Hey, look, we are on top of a triple cantilever. What does that mean? Tune into this episode of Political Personalities with Skye, live from the Brooklyn Heights Promenade, where we're meeting with Carlo, the president of the New York Building Congress, to talk about infrastructure goals for New York City in 2023.
Like, tear that thing down. Let's start over. And then let's go to Bay Ridge and let's go to Williamsburg and Queens and connect communities and parks and rebuild, and it's horrific.
Here on the Brooklyn Heights
We're here
Promenade.
on the Brooklyn Heights Promenade, New York City's first suburb. The promenade is built on 3 levels. It's a triple cantilever. Triple cantilever was a Robert Moses concoction, as we say in Brooklyn. When he was building highways in the 30s, 40s, 50s, the Brooklyn Heights community said no way. So he built around Brooklyn Heights this cantilever. Level 1 is cars and trucks going south. Level 2, cars and trucks going north. And above all that lies this promenade. So it's old, it's decrepit, it's falling apart, needs to be closed, needs to be reimagined. Look at this, you've got Brooklyn Bridge Park, almost 100 acres of natural land along Brooklyn, waterfront, marina, all of this. And then you've got this old, decrepit road that was built for another era.
So I want to talk about what that would look like, right? Knocking it down, rebuilding it, and where the Building Congress comes into play in that conversation, as well as elected officials and different types of community leaders, community boards.
So look, this is, when you make, do you ever make minestrone soup?
Yes,
I make great minestrone soup. You're all invited. You put everything in it. The way this gets accomplished is you get a governor, a mayor, Senator Schumer. Then you get community input. Community groups from Staten Island to Bay Ridge to Sunset Park, Brooklyn Heights, Fort Greene, Williamsburg, Greenpoint, all the way up to Queens and in the Bronx. And you bring it all together to a boil, but a good boil. And then you say, what do we want to do here? And we come together and create something that will last 100 years. If you peek over, you will see horrific traffic. You will see things that look like that shouldn't look like that engineers and contractors will tell you that's probably not a good thing.
Now, when it comes down to all the issues, right? People are concerned about so many issues, from the environment, public policy, crime, education, healthcare. How important is infrastructure in this conversation? And I know that you may be biased as the president of the Building Congress.
I say in everything you said, what is the one constant? Infrastructure. You can't have good health care if you don't build infrastructure for hospitals and medical facilities. You can't have good education if you don't build schools, whether it's elementary, middle, high school, or universities. You can't have safety on subways if you don't rebuild our subways, right? And make them feel good, and it goes on. We are the constant in everything. Infrastructure and building is the one constant in this city. When you want nice things, you have to build nice things. When you make the minestrone, right? If you don't have garlic in it, in my opinion, it's irrelevant. It's the constant, so that's my point. You could skip carrots if you have to, but the constant is infrastructure, and it's what moves people. So I worked for Marty Markowitz, the king of Brooklyn, for many years. I was his chief of staff. And from there, went to be president and CEO of the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce, which was an incredible experience, and we helped put Brooklyn on the map. And then I decided I wanted to do something not just in Brooklyn anymore, that there's more to New York than this, that does exist. I think the future is bright for New York, for the Building Congress, and really for all of us as we continue to grow our way out of COVID and crime issues and everything around it. So it's an exciting time to be here.